Don't knock the camera over, please. Come here. There you go. Good girl. Okay. So we'll just go over heel. She can heel without the leash, by the way. But front is sit in front of you. Heel is do the finish and around, which I think you guys already know how to do, the swing thing. But she's doing it, and they're actually doing a pretty good job of working together out on a walk as well. I'll show you my leash setup when you get here. Whoops, take it. So I dropped a treat, and she didn't immediately go for it, so that's nice. But make sure that you don't let the dogs pull to get what they want, and that you release them to go get what they want, and try to anticipate that as much as possible. Because when you're walking in a heel and they all of a sudden decide to pull out in front, you need to just stop and mark and treat going, hey, really? There you go. And then treat when they come back, right? And then release them to go get okay. So that there's a difference between taking stuff and being released to get stuff. And so when you're on a leash and you've asked for heel, it's their job to keep the leash in a J. Girl, take it. So I was trying to get her to pull, but we've practiced this, so she's not pulling. It only took one mistake, and she's like, "Oops, I forgot." You just want to make sure that heel. When you've asked for a heel, she should keep the leash in a J, and if she goes out in front and pulls, you have to stop and let her get back. You can help her get back by doing that finish move, the swing move. That's fine. And then, whatever she was pulling for, practice going by it without her pulling. And then when she does that, release her to let her have the thing. And if it's a difficult distraction, then your reinforcement while you're working it goes up. And as she gets better and comes out of puppy mode, she doesn't need as much reinforcement. Heel. Good girl. You're so good. And when you stop, they should sit, right? And if you don't care about that, you don't have to reward that. Front. And front should mean get in front of me and sit down. And most of the time when we're on a walk, I actually don't have them in a heel. I just have them going free, and when the leash goes tight, and I walk on a much longer leash, especially when I have both of them, and when the leash goes tight, good girl, all done. So when the leash goes tight, you just wait for her to give in to the tension, and I said all done, and I'm kind of being an asshole here, and she's being really good. So that's what made it take so long for her to react to the leash tension. But she should feel a little bit of tension and then move into it like she just did versus away from it. So if I pull to the left, she should move just a little bit to the left. And make sure that in the beginning when you get home, you reward that stuff quite a bit, because behavior is as strong as reinforcement history. I have a large history, so she's looking to me for instruction. She needs that from you guys for a little while before she kind of behaves with you the way she behaves with me. All done. Take it. All right, so she waits until I release her to let her have the thing. And so we make the mistake by letting them guide the walk, by letting them pull just a little bit out in front, or you see them pulling to go pee on a tree, especially Wrigley, and you're like, oh, yeah, no problem. So he pulls a little bit, and then you let him pull you all the way to the tree, and the leash is always tight. So I need the leash to be in a J. And this is kind of just a video of my pamphlet that I will send you, and then I also have basic videos on, this, but you guys already know how to do that, and then the leash tension, teaching that. And the more you work it on the basics, and the more reinforcement they get for that, the better and better they become. It just becomes a solid habit, and you don't have to ask for anything anymore.